Hey guys, Karosif here with another review. This time I'll be using the Deluxe Yokai Blaster from Yokai Watch. This is a Dreamlink item introduced in Yokai Watch 3 that can change the properties of the Yokai Watch Dream and give it a new Yoki charge. So this set includes two things, the Yokai Blaster itself and one Yokai Dream Medal. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the Yokai Blaster all by itself. As you can see, it's a blue and orange handgun with a gray stripe that goes down the center of the barrel. Over here you have the slot where the Yokai Watch Dream will be inserted to. It has the same symbol on it that's on the underside of the Yokai Watch Dream's wrist strap, as well as on the space for the Dreamlink feature in the first Yokai Mystery file. You can see it has two little markers that say high and low. And then on the handle, I actually have this marking that's similar to the one that's on the wrist strap to the first two Yokai Watches, so that's a nice little throwback there. Going around to the back, you can see that the back of the space has designed to make it look like a will-o-wisp, with a little swirl that goes around to the center, and does have some vents so that when the Yokai Watch Dream is attached, the sound goes through here and won't get muffled. You can see that it has no battery cover as the Yokai Blaster has no electronics all by itself. And even though the back of the trigger is hollowed out, they actually put in a little design to make it look like this part up here. You see a few holes here. Then you got the front, which has a purple paint job with a pink swirl. And right here is where we get to what it can do by itself. While this has no electronics, it does have a gimmick by its own, or on its own, which is that if you pull the trigger, it'll squirt, or rather blast out a puff of air from this hole. And if you pull it in succession, you can kind of speed it up. Now, it's not exactly a very strong blast of air, so even if I have a little tissue here, you see that it does move it. Though not all too much. Next we have the included medal, which is the Tengu Dream Medal. So since Tengu is a Fushigi tribe yokai, obviously his medal is yellow. You can see Tengu right here, who is one of the few yokai whose name wasn't changed for the English localization, as well as a few different things to definitely convey his wind theme, such as a little twister here, a couple of paper fans here, and of course his trademark leaf fan in his hand. Of course, this can be used with the Yokai Watch Dream. We'll just insert it here and summon him. Of course, pressing the button again will have him repeat his name. This can also be used with the search feature. And a neat little trick that I discovered, as well as something to add a little bit of an addendum to the Yokai Watch Dream, is that if you put the medal in backwards, obviously it'll say something to indicate that you put it in backwards. But if you press and hold the button, it'll still react to the search mode, as it's still in contact, which is kind of a funny little feature. Next, I'll show off the Yokai Blaster's Dreamlink functions. So, to start, I have the Yokai Watch Dream here on my wrist, and that's to show off why this is designed in such a way that it's meant to be held with the left hand instead of the right hand. And that's so you can pick this up while wearing the Yokai Watch Dream, then detach it from the wrist strap by pressing and holding this button and twisting right. Then you can take it and insert it here, making sure that the button lines up with this notch here. as indicated by the arrow, rotate right until it lines up right there. Then, press and hold the button to activate the Dream Link. So now it's set to the Yokai Blaster's Dream Link function. So pressing the button will get you a wind blasting sound, and to activate more features, we need to use a Yokai Medal. So in this case, we'll use the included Tengu Dream Medal. So after the new roulette song, it'll either activate high mode or low mode, which will change the blasting sound it makes. So on high mode, it'll make a beam shooting sound, and if you remove and reinsert the bell, we can try to get low mode. Now in low mode, instead of a beam sound, it'll make a jamming laser sound. Now it doesn't have to be the Tengu Medal that's used to activate this. This can work with any medal, so it can work with other Dream Medals, like the Gibanyan Dream Medal. And you can actually skip the song by pressing the button. It'll also work with non-Dream Medals, like Robonyan USA. So putting back in Tengu, and now show off the final feature here, which is the new charge mode. So when it's attached to the Yokai Blaster, and on the Dream Link function, instead of having the Shakunetsu charge for the roulette, which is fire-based, singing with the wind theme, it has the Tsurugi Kaze theme, which is wind-based. So, like with the Yokai Watch Dream on its own, to activate the charge mode, you have to press and hold down the button until the lights go all the way around, and activate charge mode. Then you have to wait for the countdown and press the button. And like with the Shakunetsu roulette, the Tsumuji Kaze roulette is also tough to get a win on, so I'll cut here and get back to you guys when I get a win. And with that, we've now put a Tsumuji Kaze charge on the Tengu medal. So, you actually see that in work. Remove the medal. Then deactivate the Dream Link by removing it from the Yokai Blaster, and then holding the button to deactivate Dream Link. Now, if we put it in the middle and take a look at what it says, so we now see that it indeed still has that Tsumujikaze charge. And like with the Shakunetsu charge, this can be used in Yokai Watch 3 to fight a powerful yokai. And there we go. So overall, while it's cool to have a new roleplay toy that can work with the Yokai Watch Dream and give it new Dream Link functionality, it's a bit disappointing compared to what it can actually do in the Yokai Watch 3 games. You see, in the games, it's a new item that can be used in battle that can either be used to do additional damage to the enemy yokai, or make them more likely to become friends with you, and the high and low in that case refer to the roulette that can land on a low attack, high attack, low friendship, or high friendship, basically determining how much each shot will do. And the way it works there is also that the way it works, or rather how it fires, how it functions, depends on what tribe of yokai metal you put in there. So for example, a Parichi tribe metal will change it into a machine gun, an Isamashi tribe metal will turn it into a bazooka, and a Nyoron tribe metal will give it homing shots. And so it would have been nice to see that here, to where it had different blasting sounds depending on what tribe of metal you actually insert into the watch. But instead we have just the random high and low modes, which is nice, but it does make it rather limited. So that, even though it does recognize the different metals, it still can only get you one of two different sounds at the end of the day, and while it is also nice that it adds a new charge mode, that feature is only really useful to people who have Yokai Watch 3 and either a new 3DS or an NFC reader-writer to use it with. So in that end, it's not the most useful thing, or not a feature that everybody's really going to be able to use. So on the whole, this is a toy that I can only really recommend if you either already have the Yokai Watch Dream or are planning to get it alongside the Yokai Watch Dream. And thankfully there is actually a set that has the Yokai Watch Dream and Yokai Blaster bundled together, and includes the 3 metals distributed amongst the 2 of them. So, next time I'll be reviewing Kamen Rider Snipe from the Level Up Rider series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and or subscribe. And you can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/KRX50. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.